Hey there, this is Mike and Jen with Married with Gaming, and we're here to recap our Saturday game with the OGGM, um, playtesting his D20 system and playing with some other Southern California or California Grognards.
So this game session was titled The Long Road to Dunkirk, and we were continuing our escort of Father Timothy and the relic or Mickey Mouse statue to Dunkirk. We keep running into the Legion of Gemini. Just a quick recap of on our way, but now we're continuing on. So the locals along the way, we hear that there's rumor of a rumor of a dragon in the forest. One person even said he saw it swoop down and kill a cow. So there's that. And eventually Father Timothy leaves us and continues on to Bard's Gate, since we are going to Dunkirk. We still have our heavily damaged Jeep and one of the wheelchairs.
And we did some exploring of the town. If I remember, I discovered that there's some type of rudimentary electricity going on and some lighting.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, this is truly a weird blend of a lot of things. And I remember going around, and then we found out that there was after several leads, we decided that maybe tracking down this pig that had been stolen, the prize pig.
Yeah, so the town that we went to, which is definitely not Dunkirk, we realized that we needed some more pogs, or that's the money system. And so we kind of looked around. So the town was clearly getting ready for some sort of a festival.
Uh-huh.
And when we asked about it, it was a coming of age festival for the youth, as well as a celebration of the riddance of the threat of the dragon. So we, of course, they have these, like a festival. So they have the prizes for the best pigs and cows and chickens or whatever. So someone had stolen somebody's prize winning pig. And so we went to investigate that. And I think there were some chickens missing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we went to investigate it, and we found what looked to us like goblin tracks in the woods leading away. And when we came into a clearing, we saw what looked to have been a setup for a wedding. But there were about 10 slaughtered wedding guests that looked like the goblins had killed. So we continued to follow.
Well, for instance, oddly enough, my character has a working cell phone, so I took pictures of people so they could be identified later.
Yeah.
And then I did think that I made everybody gather around for a selfie.
Yeah.
Not with dead people in the background, just to commemorate our group doing something.
Yeah, your character is very excited.
I am the Gen Z mage.
The Gen Z mage, yes. So we followed the goblin footprints, and we ended up with some ruins. And when we got there, we kind of looked around. There was like a hole in the ground where we entered in there.
Well, we took out the scout.
Oh yeah, there was a sentry,
and who
was a little bit bigger than a typical goblin. Yeah. And Captain Rogers decided to slide into the goblin hole first, followed by 44, and then the rest of us with Honey bringing up the last spot.
After we all got down into the goblin warrens and started exploring, we noticed that there was a smell of cooking pork permeating the air. We also noticed there's a lot of debris, trash, and such. I guess it means goblins are very good at housekeeping. And that is when I believe Captain Rogers and yourself kind of took the lead on it.
Yeah, so we decided to go toward the room we heard the most noise coming from, which ended up being a game of goblin bowling. So there were 4 goblins there. We dispatched them. So we cleared the room and decided to go into another room where we found several goblins, a hobgoblin, chickens, and a dog.
I think this was the room they were preparing the food, was it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Was a different room. So in this room that had the animals, there was also a hole in the middle of the room, and it was a well, or appeared to be a well. So Slime Claw let out the dog from the cage, who kind of went after the hobgoblin. But before he could get to him, Captain Rogers sliced the hobgoblin's head off, which went rolling into the well. Nurse Honey started attacking some of them with Bible and her ruler effectively. And then Captain Rogers threw another goblin, the other goblin in the room, into the well. So that was done. So we decided, okay, let's go to where this meat is cooking. So we headed over there. And in that room was 15 goblins and 1 hobgoblin. And they were cooking a human.
Long pork.
Yeah. So a fight, of course, ensues. At some point, Captain Rogers is pinned to the floor.
With a knife through the foot.
Yes, and David gave him some magic armor.
Yes, because I was hiding behind him. It seemed like the right thing to do, the right call.
Yes. Nurse Honey, I believe, kept attacking with her Bible and a ruler. Of course, 44 and Captain Rogers doing most of the shooting and fighting. A goblin throws a potato at me and misses. But, elves are really good at catching potato missiles. So I got that potato and threw it back. And it killed him. Because, elves are good at potato warfare. One goblin got past us with a shoe. I killed him with another potato. And a third is killed with potato vengeance. So Jen the elf went on a potato killing spree. Then one throws a cup filled with goblin pee at me. That was fun. So I was blinded by goblin pee for a round.
You're in for a treat, is what he should have said, but I don't know.
But during the fight, the goblins were calling out to Sarn, someone named Sarn, which I don't know if we knew who that was at that point. But
no.
The hobgoblin then accidentally catches the tapestries on fire because he was trying to throw flaming torches at us or flaming logs at us. So as the room goes up in fire, it catches the little throne that's in there on fire and it explodes because of course it does. That's where the goblins were storing their explosives.
As one would, under their throne.
Yeah. No, makes sense. So after that, the only thing left is 1 goblin, 1 hobgoblin. They surrender. And they tell us that the pig, Bluebell, I think was her name?
Yes.
Got away. And they tell us that Sarn is in the pit. And they say that Sarn is a dragon. So I went back with my shaman sense and I definitely sensed something in there, and something powerful, but I had no idea what.
Yeah, we got in the pit.
And we kind of headed back to the town, and that's pretty much where the session ended.
Yeah, and we got paid.
Yes. What did we get paid?
I know we looted from there 80 pogs worth of silverware.
Yep.
I think 33 pogs of loot. That's what I have
Yep.
looted. So,
yeah. So it was fun.
I'm not sure the exchange rate, but
yeah.
So that kind of wrapped up that
Mm-hmm.
because we kind of just called it after we kind of got back to town.
Yeah. So it was another fun session full of all sorts of crazy hijinks. And as usual, it was streamed on OGGM's channel. So if you want to see what actually happened, you can feel free to check it out there instead of just our, memories. But yeah, really fun game again.
And that's it, right?
And that's it. See you next time.
Thank you for watching, and please take a moment to like and sub.